So I play two characters. I play Veronica and Joan. Veronica is the mother of 4 young girls in 1950s Blackpool. She runs a guest house. I also play Joan, who is that eldest daughter coming back in the 1970s, and she has been in California for about 20 years and is coming back home for the first time. So what I really love playing about those two is simply the extremes, how different they are. Veronica is very in control of everything around her, and she is doing everything from a very, very loving desire to keep her children safe. But it's a style of mothering that in this day and age we don't recognize very much. So to be able to go into that person who is just seems to be so in control of her world, and then watch her how she deals with the loss of control that she has to face is just fascinating. And then getting to play the repercussions of that is just, that's amazing. That's a dream come true.
It's like this full circle arc.
Absolutely. And I think that there's something very, very true to family relationships there, which is that idea of what your parents do in how they raise you for good or for ill, that you become a product of that there is no escaping that you are the formed version of what the decisions your parents made and the subconscious ways in which they brought you up.
Okay, so I play Gloria Webb. And our Gloria is a little bit of a tough one to love. She's got a few scratch knees from the past, and she's become the sort of, the veneer of the tough cookie. Yeah. She's a really hard, determined, practical, mildly aggressive woman when we meet her. And then, of course, during the course of the play, we find out why she is the way that she is, and, she may or may not have a little bit of a broken heart.
Yeah. I play Ruby Webb. She is one of the Webb sisters, the 4 Webb sisters. She's the second youngest. And she is the sister who, she's very sensitive, but she covers that with sarcasm and humour, and she sort of bats problems away. And you kind of realise over the duration of the play that Ruby is the most sensitized, but you would never know it to begin with. And she's the one that she adores her older sister Joan. She's completely mythologized her, and she just wants them all as sisters to just come together and use the sad situation of their mum being ill. She wants to use it as a way to kind of get closer, which some of the other sisters don't want that, but Ruby does.
I play Gillian Webb, who is the youngest of the 4 Webb sisters. By the time we meet Jill in 1976, she's been caring for their mother, Veronica, who is very unwell with cancer. She's been doing that for quite some time on her own in the house where the 4 of them grew up. So she's never left. And when we meet her, we realise that there's a lot of... She's kind of trapped in the past, and she is the one who's probably most invested in unlocking the mysteries of their shared past. And she has to convince, one by one, each of her sisters that they have to go there and they have to deal with it. So she might seem kind of mousy and quiet, but I think she's really brave, because it's brave to look that stuff in the face and to try and deal with it.
So I play Gloria, young Gloria, and I love her very much. She is, I would say, quite complex. Slightly challenged, but very, very passionate, and is kind of just throughout the play in the pursuit of love and care from her sisters and her mother.
I play young Jill, who's the youngest, so not really many problems when she's younger. She just loves her sisters, loves to dance and sing. I'd say she's quite introverted when she's young. She just loves her reading, loves her crosswords and everything. She's gorgeous to play. Yeah.
So I play young Ruby Webb. She is the second youngest of the Webb sisters. She's fun, she's full of life, she's so bubbly, and she just exerts happiness everywhere. So Ophelia Loverbond plays the adult Ruby Webb. And collaborating with her has been incredible. She is the sweetest human I've ever met. We just have an understanding with each other that goes without saying. We've loved talking about all the different nuances that we've created and magpied off of each other as well. One part of the rehearsal experience that I really, really valued was we got to watch each other a lot, which helped massively with building our characters. We've spoken a lot about how Ruby laughs. That sounds silly, but like she has such a distinct laugh that just exerts joy everywhere, and we both try and find that in the play.
And I play young Joan, and I'm the eldest of the 4 Webb sisters. Joan is very cool, calm, and collected, and I think a lot of things come naturally to her. This ease and this kind of like effervescent personality, but she also has such a strong bond with her sisters and such a strong, deep love for them that she will do anything to protect them and make sure that they are happy and safe. And I have the absolute privilege of playing a younger Laura Donnelly, which I mean, what a compliment. But I think it's the same with me. If I just felt so lucky. I think being able to watch her has given me so many ideas and so many things to take away and put into a younger version of her, of how we see her end up where she is. But yeah, it's just been it is a masterclass of just watching her at work and do her thing. It is just an incredible privilege and an honour, yeah.
I play 2 characters. I play Dennis, who's married to the character of Ruby, who's played by Ophelia, who's a simple man. That's all I'm going to say about him. And then I play a character called Jack Larkin, who's a sort of struggling comedian in the 1950s kind of music hall tradition. So that's a lot of fun. A lot of bad gags.
My 2 characters, I play Mr. Potts, who is surely the best piano tuner in the world in the 1970s, and he knows it. He fully believes that. And then in the 1950s, my character is called Joe Fogg. He lives in the house, he plays music, he works with the girls and plays music with the girls and loves being a part of that family.
I play Penny, who is a nurse, and I also play Biddy, who is a maid. And Penny is an end-of-life care nurse, and I think that is an amazing profession, an amazing thing that not very many people can do. So I'm excited to be able to bring life to that story.
I play Bill, who is father to 2 of the children in the show, and husband to Gloria, played by Leanne Best. Who's a whirlwind, so keeping her in track is a challenge. But what I love about Bill would be he's an oak of a man. He's somewhat old-fashioned, but he's his dignity. That's what I like best.
And I play Luther St. John, and he's kind of the stirrer of the plot. So he comes in and changes everything, and then their lives move forward after that moment. So it's always fun to play that kind of role.